Finance Minister wants more vigilance on money laundering. No respite from soaring price, onion and sugar to be imported. Obaidul Qadir and Moin Khan in a tug of war on Paul's issue. Experts blame lack of preparations for gas crisis. Those were the headlines. This is 18 News. Good evening, viewers. I'm Salim Kadir. This is 18 News. You're watching English Bulletin. Finance Minister Abul Hassan Mahmoud Ali has directed National Board of Revenue (NBR) to remain cautious in checking money laundering under the guise of import-export. He gave the directive in his address to a seminar marking World Customs Day at the conference room of NBR in capital's Agargaon on Friday morning. The finance minister said the way economy is getting bigger, the realization of tax is not increasing in that ratio. The tax and GDP ratio in Bangladesh is not satisfactory, mentioning that unscrupulous business people are evading tax in various ways. The finance minister directed NBR to take stern action against them. One can easily experience the heat of the soaring price if he or she roams around in capital's kitchen markets. There is no good news from the rice market. Drive and strict monitoring could not settle the price. Rather, the price of lentil has gone up. Although the price of onion and potato was supposed to go down, the price of onion has increased Taka 10 to Taka 15 per kg. The price of potato is also very high, not to mention the high price of winter vegetable. The price of broiler chicken now stands at Taka 200, getting a hike of Taka 10 per kg. 1 dozen of eggs now cost Taka 140 with an increase of Taka 5. Beef is sold at a price of Taka 700 to 750. Although in winter season, fishermen get a good catch, there is no such reflection in the market. The buyers have expressed disappointment over uncontrolled market management. "20,000 metric tons of onion and 50,000 metric tons of sugar will be imported from India well before Ramadan." State Minister for Commerce Ahsanul Islam Titu made the remark while talking to journalists at his residence in Dildor Opazila of Tangail on Friday. He said not only for Ramadan, but also there is an adequate stock of essential commodities for the next 3 months. So commodity price will be under control in the country in this Ramadan. He said that the proposal has been sent to NBR to bring down duty on sugar, oil and date palm. The state minister also issued warning saying stern action will be taken if commodity price get increased by creating artificial crisis. US must hold fair polls. First, they should have given advices on the issue. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir made the remark at a winter clothes distribution program on Bangabandhu Bhavan premises in capital's Dhanmandi 32 on Friday. The Awami League leader said BNP has passed their time expecting visa policy and sanction. Terming BNP's call for tumultuous movement as funny, Obaidul Qadir said they will realize what mistake they have done by skipping the polls. The leaders and activists of the party themselves will not join any movement. They have become frustrated as the party has no hope, he added. The Awami League General Secretary warns of stern action in case of violence and arson terrorism in the name of the movement. BNP will be on the streets until restoration of democracy in the country. BNP Standing Committee member Dr. Abdul Moin Khan made the remark after distribution of blankets among the poor people in the front of the National Press Club on Friday. The event was organized by Jatiyotwadi Textile Engineering Institute of Bangladesh to mark BNP founder Ziaur Rahman's 88th birth anniversary. Addressing the event, Moin Khan said, although Awami League has remained busy in getting certificate from the foreigners after forming the government, the people of the country have not accepted them. Awami League has embraced moral defeat in the January 7 polls, claiming Awami League has ascended to power once again without the support of the people. The BNP leader said government will be ousted soon. BNP has got only one objective in mind, and that is the restoration of democracy and bringing back people's rights, he added. Having low pressure in kitchens' gas burners, interruption in industrial gas supply, and a long queue of vehicles and gas pumps have become common scenario in the country nowadays. Although there had been an apprehension of crisis in the gas supply chain, a question has now been raised about inadequate preparation to tackle such situation. Per day production of gas in the country now stands at 2,500 million cubic feet against the demand of 4,000 cubic feet per day. Experts said such huge gap between demand and production has not been created overnight. They blame too much import dependency rather than increasing production and absence of long-term plan for such situation. They also raised question about the capability of Bangla. Meanwhile, there is an apprehension textile sector is at risk of losing billion-dollar business due to gas crisis. We now follow up with a short break, and we will be back soon with Panchgarh experiences lowest temperature of the season. ICJ asks Israel to take step in halting genocide in Gaza. You're watching ATN News. This is Salim Kadir with English Bulletin. Lowest ever temperature of the country, 5.8 degrees Celsius, was recorded in Tetulia of Panchgarh at 6 a.m. on Friday. Dense fog has blanketed the whole region, dropping of mist seems like that of rainfall. Elderly people and sick people are the worst sufferers. Children are also in trouble. The schools of the regions have been declared closed. The day laborers and working people are struggling hard as the daily income has gone down. The farmers are unable to work in the field due to severe cold wave. Slight to moderate cold wave is sweeping extreme northern district of the country, Panchgarh, for last few days. We now begin with news from around the world. During a ruling, ICJ has demanded Israel, among others, to try to contain death and damage in Gaza Strip, but stops short of ordering a ceasefire. The court says Israel must prevent and punish incitement to genocide into the Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, Israeli attacks have killed 200 Palestinians in Khan Yunis in last 24 hours. Even at least 20 people waiting for much-needed humanitarian assistance in Gaza City have been killed through another Israeli assassination. Gaza Health Ministry said in last 24 hours, Israel continued heavy fighting in Khan Yunis. The forces surrounded Nasser and Al-Amal Hospital. In addition to casualties, 370 injured as Israeli tanks shelled the area surrounding. Earlier, Israeli tanks fired shells and live rounds at people in northern Gaza City who lined up to receive urgent humanitarian aid. 150 wounded in addition to deaths. Further, Israeli military demolished hundreds of buildings near its fence with Gaza as it seeks to create a buffer zone in clear defiance of U.S. demands. Death toll from Thursday's Israeli attack on UNRWA facility in Khan Yunis rose to 13, as UN says Israel's assurance of protecting civilians not being followed. India has celebrated its 75th Republic Day across country on 26th January with great fervor. On this day in 1950, India became a democratic, republican, sovereign state and commemorated this day as country's constitution adoption. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and other central ministers were present at the parade ground in Delhi on the occasion of Republic Day. President Draupadi Murmu unfurled the national flag and led 75th Republic Day celebrations from Delhi's traditional parade. This occasion is being graced by French President Emmanuel Macron as chief guest. Various regiments of Indian military forces participated in it, and cultural pageantry or tableau from different states. Indian and French armed forces displayed its military might and rich cultural heritage at national capital's Kartavya Path. Modi has paid floral tributes to the fallen heroes in Delhi's National War Memorial and led the nation in paying solemn tributes by laying wreath. UK and US have imposed new coordinated sanctions on 4 key leaders of Yemen's Houthis as Iranian-backed groups pledges to continue attacks on Israel-linked commercial vessels until aid reaches to Gaza's people. UK-US announced the sanctions target 4 key Houthi officials over their roles supporting or directing attacks on Red Sea commercial shipping. Britain said the sanctions aim to disrupt their ability to carry out attacks on Red Sea shipping and to promote Yemen's peace, stability and security. Britain added they would be subject to asset freezes, arms embargoes and travel bans. Besides, US said joint action with UK demonstrates the collective action to leverage all authorities to stop Houthis' attacks. Alongside, it freezes US-based assets of those targeted and generally bars Americans from dealing with them. Before ending the bulletin, the top stories once again. Finance Minister wants more vigilance on money laundering. No respite from soaring price, onion and sugar to be imported. Obaidul Qadir and Moin Khan in a tug of war on polls issue. Experts blame lack of preparations for gas crisis. Panchgarh experiences lowest temperatures of the season. ICJ asks Israel to take step in halting Gaza, genocide in Gaza. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. Until then, see you soon.